Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Take on Tottenham. My name is Ben, and this is my take on Tottenham. And full-time result: Tottenham 2, Brentford 0 in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. And we are going to Wembley once again. No, we're not renting it again. We are actually going there for a cup final reason. We are through to the cup final. It's very nice to say that. Yes, the job is not completely done. As Jose kept saying yesterday, 2 more wins and we have silverware, and it's as simple as that. One of those is now out of the way. So let's get into it. So as everyone knows, COVID's changed everything this season. This match, any other season, would be a 2-leg situation. Tonight it's 1 leg. We played it at home. And we got the job done. It was nothing groundbreaking. It wasn't Spurs' best performance of the season, but they got the job done. Was it difficult? Of course it was. Brentford are a very good side. I'm not just saying that. They're a very good side. I'm sure they'll be up and around there again this season for challenging for promotion. I think they're 4th in the Championship at the minute. You know, they're going to be there, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw them in the Premier League over the next couple of seasons. They're a very good team. And I really felt tonight, as everyone was going, oh, you've avoided Man City, you've avoided United. Just because of that, it doesn't make it any easier. I mean, I think Brentford knocked out 4 Premier League teams prior to facing us, and they're on a 16-game unbeaten run. So tonight was no easy game just because of the fact that they're in the Championship or anything. It was a difficult game. Brentford made it difficult in parts. They could have scored as well quite a few times. But at the end of the day, like I said, Spurs got a job done. Let's just get into it. So, man of the match, Moussa Sissoko. Without a doubt, I thought he was phenomenal tonight. He didn't stop running. He got a goal. I mean, let's all just sit down for a second. Moussa Sissoko scored tonight. That is an amazing feat on its own. Because, as we know, not to diss him, but Sissoko doesn't get that many goals. When you see him line up a shot from 25 yards out, you already know that it's going into someone's back garden somewhere behind the stadium, maybe in a car park, in a pub car park or something. But fair play to him. He took the goal very well. It was a really good header. And it was just, I thought he epitomised the midfield performance that we've been seeing over the last few weeks. I know Spurs have dipped over the last couple of weeks in terms of performances, but I'm on about this season. I'm more talking like the Højbjergs, the Ndombele's, the guys that just don't stop running. Moussa Sissoko embodied that today. He just did not stop running. Got an amazing finish, and even to the very end, he was giving it his all, still putting tackles in. I just thought he was absolutely brilliant tonight. Speaking of brilliant, and again, not a thing I don't say that often, Serge Aurier. I thought, apart from one typical Serge Aurier mistake towards the end, where he very nearly conceded a penalty. It was a free kick. Traditional Aurier thing where the man gets behind him, he struggles to get back and just ends up hauling him down. Luckily, it was on the outside of the box. It was very close to the box, but it was on the outside. And then Brentford's free kick, they nearly scored from, but Hugo made a pretty sort of standard save. That was the only thing I could really critique Aurier for. I thought he was very, very good tonight. Probably owe him for the result because he made a last-ditch tackle, and it probably would have been a goal had he not been there. So I thought he was brilliant. I thought he stuck to his position most of the night. A lot of my criticism for Aurier, he's getting caught out of position a lot. I thought, to be honest, like I said it a couple of weeks ago, for me, he starts ahead of Doherty at the minute because I just don't think Doherty is really in a good moment at the minute in terms of the right back position. So Aurier, another brilliant performance. And if Sissoko hadn't been the way he had, Aurier would have been my man of the match for sure. Son and Kane, you kind of have to almost like you kind of say them as one player now, don't you? So Heung-min Son, I thought he had a good game. Not his best game. I thought that he was a problem. He was always a problem tonight. He was always a problem. He was a lot of moving in, a lot of passing, a lot of runs as well. really just causing issues for the Brentford defence, and took his goal brilliantly. I don't want it to come across as arrogant at all, but most of the time when Sonny gets into the position where he is one-on-one with the keeper, the ball does end up in the back of the net. And he just got into that position where he was one-on-one and he just absolutely smashed it. And that was such a relieving moment for a lot of Spurs fans, I'm sure. But it was a great finish. Harry Kane, I thought was good tonight again. Again, not his best performance in a Spurs shirt this season, but again, he did a job. He didn't score, but he did. There's one of those nights where he did quite a lot off the ball, and I thought that was great. And even to the very last minute, he was running up and down the pitch, again doing some defensive duties as well. One thing I will say in regards to another player, but also in regards to these players, I really thought we missed Steven Bergwijn today, and I'll get on to Lucas because I feel like they're swap for swap sort of thing in terms of who plays who. If Bergwijn plays, Lucas won't play. If Lucas plays, Bergwijn won't play. But I alluded to this in my last video. I really think Son and Kane miss when Bergwijn's there, and I don't think they really have much to feed off with Lucas. I really feel like as much as people jump on Bergwijn's back, and I really jumped to his defence in my last video, please go and check it out. At least Bergwijn gets in the positions, he creates the shots, he creates the chances. And I just think they missed that today. I really would have liked to seen him start tonight, but it wasn't to be. Højbjerg, we have to speak about Højbjerg. Again, not the best game he's ever had, but he just did what he does, and that is just be solid in defensive mid, and that's all you need from him. And I just thought he did a really solid job tonight. In regards to the tackle, the sending off, I thought it was a horrific tackle. I don't think anybody can have any complaints that it wouldn't have been a red card. You saw the marks on his leg, and I'm actually quite glad they subbed him off because I was worried that Højbjerg was just gonna knock somebody out or something. I was really worried that he kind of got really mad after the challenge. I didn't see who he was shouting at, but he looked really riled up, and I'm just glad they took him off. I just hope that they guided him into the right dressing room, because I would have been worried if he'd gone towards the Brentford dressing room. So they're my positives. Do you know what? I'm going to add Ndombele into the positives because, first of all, massive announcement. He played a full 90 minutes tonight. I don't know if anyone caught that, but Ndombele played a full 90 minutes. And I generally thought from probably about his normal stint of 60, 70 minutes, I thought he had quite a quiet night, to be honest. Not his most outstanding performance. He just he was struggling to get through. He couldn't really flow as he usually flows. And I found from a 75-minute mark where you generally thought I thought he was looking a bit tired. I mean, again, I wouldn't have. I wanted him to play a full 90 for a while, but I generally thought that he actually started looking better as the match went on. He started doing a lot more of his Ndombele tricks, and how he shifts his body weight and all these. He was doing more of them as the game went on. When you thought he was struggling more and more with fatigue, maybe he just seemed to be getting better. So, and obviously he set up Sonny's goal. He set up the second goal with a wonderful assist, a great little through ball. And that's all we need from him. We don't need him to be banging in, goals every week. As long as he's creating the goals, he's creating the chances and the openings. That's what Ndombele's job is. And like I said, I thought he did great in the end. I thought it was good to see him not only get the full 90, but actually show that he doesn't just sort of fall off like a cliff face in terms of fatigue or anything. That he just kept going, which was really, really promising. So the negatives, because there are negatives. It's this channel. There's always negative. Davinson Sanchez. You know where I'm going to start with my negatives. It's the number one place I always go to when I'm on about things that are bad. I know we kept a clean sheet, but once again, Sanchez just for me really worries me about the defending. There was a really big chance. Well, it was the chance that Aurier blocked, where Sanchez, the man, he just got past him so easily, and then very nearly conceded a penalty after letting him through, which was doubly worrying. And then obviously they got the chance in. Dyer he kind of was on the wrong side of it, and had Aurier not been there, Brentford, this could have been a potentially very different match had it not been for Aurier's tackle there. But again, that all stem from Davinson Sanchez mistake. And how many times did we speak about a Davinson Sanchez mistake? Don't get me wrong. I'm not targeting him for criticism. There was I can't remember which game it was against, but he had a really good game a few weeks ago, and I praised him because I thought he had a really good game. But most of the time, I see worrying, not reliable, and just very. You want reassurance in your defence. I just never get that when he plays. Also, someone who I've been critiquing quite a lot, Lucas Moura. My God, like he really is not offering much at the minute. I really feel like he's been so poor at the minute. There's just nothing going on with him. I say every week, he's running around and he's doing nothing. He's not. I felt like he did a little bit more than his last performance, but my God, it just adds nothing. And this is what I mean. It makes me miss Steven Bergwijn so much more. Sergio Reguilon, I scolded him in the previous video about the COVID breaches. It still doesn't sit well with me. I'm still annoyed at that. But I have to say it was a good assist for Sissoko. Really good. It was a cracking cross, pinpoint cross, and yeah, Sissoko, really good header into the goal. But I'm going to be that guy. I thought Reguilon was quite poor tonight. I think he committed a foul throw at one point. He was getting caught out of position quite a lot. He was sort of, I don't know, he just seemed to be not 100% there. And it was a game that I think 20 minutes in, I said to myself, I was like, I kind of actually would have started Ben Davies tonight, I thought. I generally thought he would have been a better option tonight. But he did come on in the end. And obviously to solidify us at the back when we went 2-0 up. But yeah, I didn't think Reguilon had a good game tonight. And Eric Dyer, I just thought he was just okay. He made a couple of really good interceptions, but it was nothing groundbreaking. It was solid enough. Made a couple of times he was caught out of position, but nothing massive or anything. It just was a standard performance, I guess. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you've seen, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Leave me a comment. So I will see you guys on Saturday. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So come on, you Spurs.